Now that we have our swatches set up, we are going to actually start designing. So let's go ahead and move the stuff that we don't need off of our artboard. So that's going to be the swatches, and we can just leave them there. We could actually delete them if you wanted to. We'll take the VC logo, move it off, and then all this text will move off. We're going to be using all this, but we don't need it on our artboard. So take that circle. It's a dashed line. I just made it a dashed line for, style purposes. It's going to go away here in a second. What I want you to do, your type tool, the letter T on your toolbar, we need to open that drawer to find all the other tools. So you could right click once and it'll open the drawer, or if you just left click and hold, it'll do the same thing. We're going to the third tool down. That's type on a path tool. It is the T that is angled to the right with like a little line underneath it. And then we're going to hover over the edge on your circle and click. And what that does is it creates some type, like placeholder text. And then we can just either type, crushing it, Vintage High School, or we could come over to Vintage High School. I'm just going to triple click to highlight it. I'm going to hit Control C to copy it. And then I'm going to go back over to our placeholder text, triple click it, and Control V to paste it. So I'm just pasting that into place. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can kind of see what's happening. And the last part of this video, I want to show you what these handles do. So we have two little handles to the left of Vintage, and then we have this handle down at the bottom. They do different stuff. So what I want you to get in the habit of is we can control where this Vintage High School is placed on this circle. And I am going to take the far left handle next to the word Vintage and click and drag it. And what it's doing is when I'm dragging, you can see that this handle is also moving. And I'm just going to move it to this anchor point right there, just because that center handle is now there. I'm going to take this next little bar and I'm going to pull it. So this is the start of where it wants to start typing. And I'm going to pull it to that anchor point. And so this anchor point is right here. This is where I want it to stop typing. This right here is a handle where I can click and drag. I know it looks a little choppy, just relax. Relax with me. So that will actually move the line of text throughout your circle. And I'm outside of the circle. I can drag my cursor on the inside of the circle and you can see that it goes to the inside of the circle. So either outside or inside. But I'm going to line it up right there so that first line starts at this anchor point on the left side and the other anchor point stops the anchor point on the right side. And then this is your handle to move your text around. In here, your properties panel, you will have a paragraph. So right now it's left justified. That means this is justified next to this line. And I want to center justify it, so align center. And you can see that it's centered now between that point and that point. And that line right there will allow you to drag it. So you're having control over where that is. Now, go ahead and choose a font. It's up to you. What kind of font do you want? It could be whatever you want. If you want to change it to upper lowercase, that's fine too. Spend a little bit of time, find the font of your choosing, and we will be right back with the next video.